If you had the ability to instantly give any person an orgasm, simply by pointing your hand at them like a finger gun and saying pew, how would you wield this power? I'd use it to condition people to be aroused by inanimate objects. Every time my enemy went to the fridge, pew pew. Guy cuts me off in traffic, and now every time a car honks he gets turned on. My new greeting is the double finger gun and a pew pew pew. The coronavirus pandemic would be the least of the world's concerns. Rob a bank and immediately neutralize the guards and tellers. Pew pew pew. Clarification: do I need to be physically near the person, or are we working with Death Note rules, and I can do so just by seeing someone on TV? Because if it's the latter, the next Olympics is gonna be hilariously entertaining. Any sporting event really. Here's the wind-up and the pitch. Okay, the pitcher seems to have launched it into the visiting dugout, but I think the batter may have swung anyway. We'll wait until the ump gets off the ground for a ruling. I would say hands up or have an orgasm. They'd be confused and I'd repeat the line again, and if they didn't put their hands up I'd give them an orgasm. I'm gonna make it fun to go to the opera again. Anytime a cop pulls me over, of course. Sir, do you know why I pulled you over? No sir, not at all. Well I don't either. You can go now. Quickly runs to his car. I would go to every political rally I could. Imagine Trump just nutting while giving a speech. I would dress as my favorite hero, Orgasmo, and make a makeshift arm cannon similar to Mega Man and call it the Orgasmo Ray. My dating life would improve drastically. Then again, one date would be a drastic improvement. Open my business where people pay me for orgasm. And then I will monopolize orgasms in the whole world. If someone stands on my way, he will come. The crisp morning air is cut with distant sounds of traffic and the hustle of the city. Aboard the docked USS Arizona, the crowd is settling into their seats below flags, flowers, and the headshot of the leading presidential candidate. The camera tracks a seagull past the ship, through the docks, and to a high-rise building where I slip past security with a briefcase. When the elevator door closes, I shed my street clothes and reveal a skin-tight black catsuit. Opening a hatch atop the elevator, I toss up the briefcase and gracefully pull myself through it. As the elevator continues to climb, I put on sunglasses and a rip-off of the Mission Impossible theme swells. I sneak through elevator shafts and drop into a penthouse apartment in the top floor overlooking the bay. Thousands of yards below, a security detail prepares to bring out the president. As he slowly walks up the ramp to the podium, I take aim with my finger gun, pretending to turn dials and making clicking noises with my mouth. I imagine crosshairs being lowered right on his heart as the crowd erupts in cheers. As I take a deep breath, the camera flips to a frontal shot of the podium. As the president begins to speak, I would probably call my friends to my home, all men, and say to one of them, "Hey, wanna come?" Then I point my finger to he and say pew. Now he is confused and everybody is laughing. Assuming all the orgasm haver needs to do is see and hear the finger guns, I'm getting on TV. Oh hey, local TV station, your viewers are about to have an awesome day. It starts small, but quickly spreads to regional and then national affiliates as the footage is linked to a spike in ER visits from elderly citizens with heart conditions. By the end of the week, my first finger bang is the highest viewed video on Pornhub. CNN runs a story warning of the danger of such power and questions whether I am a friend or foe. I spent some time on the run from the same scientists that sought ET for a time back in the 80s. I'm careful with my power now, but now and again I have to finger bang someone into submission just to escape. My exile from the real world is made worse when trolls across the internet use my first newscast as a new kind of rickroll. uBlock Origin creates a specialized widget that censors my finger blasting so that offices and schools can return to some kind of normalcy. A public health crisis is declared. Desperate for peace, I finger blast myself. The euphoria lasts for 30 minutes. I would go back to school to become a therapist specializing in sex and sexuality and use this power as part of the healing process for clients who have difficulty experiencing sexual pleasure due to sexual or psychological trauma, abuse, etc. I'd go to as many sporting events as possible, bet on the underdog and cause the other team to lose at every possible chance of scoring. Bro, my finger gun would be more like a finger machine gun. I would keep the power a secret until I saw my wife have an exceptionally hard day. I'd make her dinner, something new, and on her first bite pew pew. Then, after dinner I'd run her a bath and use those relaxing eye cover things that girls like, play some soft music, pew pew. Then I'd give her a massage. Feet first, pew pew. Then her shoulders, pew pew. Then after that offer her a glass of wine, and after we've inevitably drank half a bottle each, we'd move to the bedroom, and once she lays down I'd give her a double pew pew. At that point she'd be relaxed, exhausted, and pass out. Then I could finally make some progress in BioShock on the Switch.